In 54 days, the Detroit Lions take the Hall of Fame game, and we should be back a little bit before that. Hopefully, we get training camp dates announced pretty soon, as the Detroit Lions will not have a third week of OTA nor mini camp in between the start of training camp. We just have to wait cold turkey until we begin, and that is about 54 days until that game takes place. Now, that's going to be giant when it comes to the 53-man roster, because we will have essentially an extra preseason game, one more game for the bubble players to get their work in and see who can make the team. And it's already been difficult. Last year and the year before, it was very difficult in who makes the team, who doesn't. If we go back to 2022, when Malcolm Rodriguez was drafted, then we saw people like James Houston, a draft pick in the 6th round, by the way, in 2022, not 5th round in 2021. We saw him not actually make the team, was put on the practice squad and then elevated and added to the 53-man roster later. So this could be a huge difference from who makes the team and also who's battling for those practice squad spots. With that being said, we're going to do a post-OTA 53-man roster prediction, and we're going to do like we usually do, bring in some information from Detroit Lions on SI. Shout out to those guys over there. And I'm just going to give you my thoughts on what John thinks and what I think in, opposed to John, I guess, if you want to put it like that, although this is not a competition. All right, so here we go. Quarterback. The Detroit Lions will, according to SI.com, keep 2 quarterbacks on the roster. I think we can already say who those 2 quarterbacks will be. We're going to say in Jared Goff and Hendon Hooker, out Kyle Allen. Now, shallow and pedantic. I don't know about this. I don't know, man. We had, yes, Hendon Hooker will be on the roster, but we've been hearing some things about kind of potential trade for Hendon Hooker. Hendon Hooker, just that quick, is going into his 3rd year. Just like that, man. There's a possibility that he may never see any time. So last year we did Jake Fromm. He was on the practice squad, so I could see that. Hendon Hooker, number 2, Jared Goff. But I don't know, man. I don't know. It depends on what training camp is looking like. Hendon Hooker, to me, first year was a wash, couldn't really practice. This 2nd year, man, it was wobbly. I was at training camp. It was shaky. It was shaky, bruh. And in preseason, it wasn't even better. That's what I would love if we could send a guy like Hendon Hooker down to the UFL. That is not what the UFL is for. It is not a developmental league. It's more like a second chance league with people able to come up and elevate again. We've seen players not even make the NFL, go to the UFL, and then come to the NFL, or kind of get demoted in a sense, like the minor leagues of the NFL, and go to the UFL and make their way back to the NFL. So I would love to see, think about it. Hendon Hooker is not going to get any better if he can't play. So just keep that in mind. He's not going to start tearing it up in training camp and practice and the preseason. The preseason is like a UFL game, 100%. Okay, so I see that. I can see that happening. I could also see maybe somebody else coming in and taking that spot for number 2. Eventually, you're going to have to just take the L on drafting someone, although I don't think Hendon Hooker would be an L. He was taken in the 3rd round. We needed a backup quarterback. He was hurt. He just, he can't get better if he's not able to play. You have to be able to play in some type of game situations, even if it was the preseason times 17, like those type of games. If you cannot get better if you don't do that thing. All right. So now running backs, 4 on the roster. So what I'm going to do is I was going to write down the number. Okay. In Jahmyr Gibbs, David Montgomery, Craig Reynolds, Sione Vaki, out Kyle Robichaux and Anthony Titus the 2nd or the 3rd. I'm sorry. Yeah, I can see this as well. I mean, of course, we got to see what camp is looking like, and so on and so forth. But I think that's pretty good. Shout out to Craig Reynolds, man. And yes, number 13 is still Craig Reynolds. The dude was looking a little leaner than his body type threw me off. Craig is like short and stocky, but he looked leaner, man. He was out there looking like a wide receiver. So I thought it was a number change. I know he was 46 a couple years ago and has been 13 for a few years now. Now, this is intriguing. And I was thinking about this as we were having our debates about wide receivers. Now, John thinks they're going to be 6, and I could see this as well. In St. Brown, Jamison Williams, Tim Patrick, Khalif Raymond, Isaac Tesla, and Donovan Levitt out. Ronnie Bell, Jacoby Kenny James, Tom Kennedy, per usual, Jackson Meeks, and Malik Taylor. Now, I was thinking about that because when we were watching the highlights of these fellas in training camp, I mean, Dominic Levitt was balling. He was balling in practice. Of course, it's practice pajamas, but we're really going to see out there. But he was, the reason that I said he could push out Khalif Raymond, a few things, age, this was pre-OTAs. It was age, it was contract, the fact that he was on his last year. And I'm thinking, okay, that's probably why they drafted Dominic, for the essential or eventually replacement of Khalif Raymond. But Khalif out there looking fresh. I mean, he really hasn't got the work that he was getting 2 years ago. Last year, he was kind of relegated to a punt return. I don't know why I can't talk all of a sudden. He was kind of, his job was punt return. I remember it was like, he wants to receive more, and then we started seeing him, and then he got hurt later on in the season. But I could see this. I do think, don't forget, we're going to have at least 3 to 4 spots for wide receivers on the practice squad. So I could see this exact situation where it's in this order: St. Brown, Jamison Williams, Tim Patrick, Khalif, Isaac. Those are a shoe-in. I could see maybe Jackson Meeks pushing Dominic, but I really don't think so. And then practice squad guys, I don't know if John does that in this article. I could see practice squad is going to be this guy for sure. Tom Kennedy for sure. I could also see Jackson Meeks, and it's really going to be between these two guys. We haven't heard anything about Ronnie Bell, but Jacoby, man, he been getting up, making plays in OTA. So we're really going to see, and that's, again, while we're talking about that 4th preseason game, how much of a big deal it's going to be. Now, as far as tight ends, and Sam Laporta, Brock Wright, Shane Zylstra out, Kenny, Luke Deal, and Zach Horton. I do not think there's any discussion there. There's nothing to disagree with. Their offensive line, this one's going to be quite the shakeup because we lost a couple people. And it's going to be Graham Glasgow, Tate Ratledge, Christian Mahogany, Panay Sewell, Taylor Decker, Christian Cologne, I guess that's how you say his name, Dan Skipper, Miles Frazier. Remember Dan Skipper not even making teams? Man, shout out to Dan. Giovanni Manu, Coyote Awasika out, Jamarco Jones, Kobe Sorsdahl, Michael Neese, Mason Miller, Monty, and Kingsley, however you say his last name. Wow, Kobe Sorsdahl. So this will be, does that mean that this is the end of a certain 3rd round pick from 2023? Because don't forget, Kobe Sorsdahl was a 5th round pick from 2023. Kind of that Star-Lord who, when we took him, has seen no playtime, and I'm being facetious here, kind of no playtime at all. And I could see this 100%. So it looks like maybe Graham and Tate will probably battle for center duties. I'm trying to think, the guy we just signed, yep, Tristan is on the team. So, that offensive line is they're going to need some time to gel. So we didn't really see him last year. I don't think we saw him at all, the starting offensive line, but I think we're going to see that there. The defensive line. Okay, 6 people. DJ Reader, Roy Lopez. Okay, so we're talking about interior. Defensive Reader. DJ Reader, Roy Lopez, Levi O, Tyleek Williams, Makai Wingo, Pat O'Connor out, Miles Adams, Keith Cooper Jr., Broderick Martin. Hold the phone. Wait a minute, because I got to do it. It ain't right. With the 96th pick in the 2023 NFL Draft, the Detroit Lions select Broderick Martin, while Chris Smith, Raekwon Williams, and physically unable to perform is Aleem McNeil. Well, Broderick Martin. Man, that means the jokes will have to go away. Woo! Listen, I don't like to see anybody lose their job, but let the brother be cut. I'm telling you, bro. Y'all gonna be sick of me. Y'all gonna be sick of me, bro. Y'all gonna be sick of me. I will die on this hill. I will die on this hill. I don't care who was taken after him. I do not care. If we took we could have used anyone to help us get to the passer. The year we drafted him is the year we went to the NFC Championship game and nobody touching Brock Purdy. I will die on this hill. I'm talking about put me out to sea, light the boat on fire, and send me over the cliff, bro. I will die, man. Broderick Martin, if he doesn't make the team, I say, oh my God, it's going down, bro. I'm telling you, I will be unbearable if this guy don't make the team. I'm just letting you know right now. I'm telling you right now. I'm just saying, be ready. Be ready. It might be a Broderick Martin joke in every single video. But the rest of the defensive line, okay, I see that. Interior, not too worried about that. Let's see what that defensive end is looking like. And we got edge. Ooh, 4. Wow. Aiden Hutchinson, Marcus, I can't stay healthy, Davenport, Josh Pasco, and Ahmed Hassanin. Wow. Out. Al-Qadim Muhammad, Mitchell Agude, Nate Lynn, and Isaac Ukru. Let me ask you something, people. Look at this list. Look at it. I want you to stare at this list. And you tell me, do you think that this is a Super Bowl edge rushing? Do you think this is what come on, bruh. Come on, dog. This has nothing to do with John or anybody else. Do you think that we are getting to the Super Bowl with Aiden Hutchinson, Marcus, I cannot play a full season, Davenport, Josh Pasco, who is not really an edge. They had him playing edge because we were hurt, and the rookie with the motor, Ahmad Hassani. Come on, dog. Come on, bro. I mean, just seeing it in writing is annoying. Now, let me repaint the picture for you. Aiden Hutchinson, Marcus Davenport, Josh Pascal, and Trey Hendrickson right here. Come on, dog. Wow. This ain't even me feeling no type of way. You tell me, do you think that is a Super Bowl edge rushing lineup? You tell me. And I'm calling cap on anybody that say yes. I'm calling cap, all capital letters, C-A-P, cap. You're lying to yourself. Wow. Linebackers. Alex Anzalone, he's still on the contract. Alex Anzalone, Jack Campbell, Derek Barnes, Grant Stewart, Zach Cunningham, and Trevor Nowowski out. Deron Gilbert, Anthony Pittman, Zeke Turner, Malcolm Rodriguez is the PUP list. Okay. So we'll see Anthony Pittman back on the practice squad, maybe Zeke Turner as well. And then somebody, if Marcus can come back during the season, somebody will have to get waived at that point. Cornerback, Terrion Arnold, DJ Reed, Ennis Rakestraw, Amik Robinson, Khalil Dorsey. Out, STO, and Rock Ya-Sin. Wow, so Khalil Dorsey is going to beat Rock Ya-Sin? Woo-wee. Wow, Khalil, he's solid. He's solid on a good day. Wow, okay. And safeties, Kirby Joseph, Brian Branch, Avonte Maddox, Dan Jackson, the draft pick. Out, Eric Hallett, Ian Kennedy, Lawrence Strickland, Maurice Norris. Well, I didn't think Lawrence Strickland was going to make the team last year, and I think he did, but the team is getting better. I mean, I could see that. We got 2 draft picks, a new signing. So I wouldn't mind. I'm not going to lie, bro. I wouldn't mind seeing another vet back there that can actually make an impact, but okay. And the specialists, Hogan Hatton, Jack Fox, and Jake Bates. I don't know. See, Broderick got me all messed up, bro. So that is your post-OTA 53-man roster. Is that a Super Bowl team to you? I'm just saying, bro. Now, of course, we got to see these cats in action. We got to see them in action, man. But listen, y'all got to, I'm a fan just like you, all right? I am no different. I am no better. The only difference between me and you, and maybe you, You see the color of these glasses? They're blue. You see the lenses? They're clear. My lens are not the same color of my glasses, right? I don't see the Honolulu blue lens. I don't see it. That right there does not look like a defensive line that is capable of getting us to the Super Bowl. Let's look at it again. The defensive line, okay? Let's pick the starters from this D-line. DJ Reader, and I'm guessing Tyleek. Those are going to be the two guys in the middle. And then opposite, Marcus Davenport and Aiden Hutchinson. So to start the season, Marcus Davenport, Aiden Hutchinson ends respectively. In the middle, DJ Reader and Tyleek Williams. Does that sound like a Super Bowl defensive line to you? Nope. And yes, I think one man can make the difference. One man can make the difference. I don't even think Zadarius Smith pushes us to Super Bowl, but it makes me a lot more comfortable. Dan Campbell said in his press conference that Ahmed was raw. He was raw. He said he's not going to say that he's super far away. I'm guessing he could be there during the season or after the season. It's not going to take years like maybe this guy. With the 96th pick in the 2023 NFL Draft, the Detroit Lions select, it won't matter in a couple of months. I'm not knocking Brad Holmes. I'm not doing that. But somebody got to hold the brother accountable. All the good stuff he's done, absolutely. But it's time to put some fire to the feet. This is not a Super Bowl winning defensive line. And I see you right now. You're trying to convince yourself that it is. So I want you to put in the comment section. And I don't want to hear nothing about the secondary. Don't put no secondary comments in the comments, all right? Of course, I'm not yelling at you and telling you what to do. Don't put defensive line. Our secondary we've kept working on that. From Cam Sutton to Emmanuel Mosley, Kirby Joseph, Brian Branch, Terrion Arnold, Ennis Rakestraw, Rock Ya-Sin, DJ Reed, Carlton Davis, on and on and on and on. That's all we've done. You tell me, do you believe that this defensive line of Aiden Hutchinson, DJ Reader, Tyleek the Rookie Williams, and Marcus Davenport is a Super Bowl winning defensive line? The answer is yes and no. Yes or no, that is it. Do not put in the comment section if Marcus Davenport stays healthy. We already know that. He has yet to do that his entire career when Zadarius Smith has come off two of the last three or whatever. This brother over 30 and has played 4 seasons. Over 30. And Marcus Davenport has not played one under. You get your hands off me. That's what I'm going to tell Marcus. You get your hands off me. Play a season, bruh. Let me know. And look, I'm calling cap on anybody that say yeah. I'm calling cap, bruh. Y'all need to take the glasses off. See it for what it is. Offense still going to carry the burden of getting us to a Super Bowl and winning us one. The difference now is, can this defense make one play? Can they make one play? This channel is made possible by viewers, subscribers, and members just like you. It's because of your support I get to do what I do. You could be anywhere else on YouTube, but you choose to rock with me. I can't wait to see the comment section. I cannot wait, man. This is a safe space, even though I said don't put it. This is a safe space. Put whatever you want in there, okay? But at least be open-minded. I do not think that this is a Super Bowl winning defensive line. That's why you haven't heard me talk about it. You guys are awesome. Take care of yourself and each other. And as always, go Lions. Just think, the season hasn't even started yet. But, hey, let that brother not make the team. That's all I'm going to say.